Hi guys, Soul Intuition here. I am just doing another post because I don't know, I still have some things on my mind and I just wanted to share it because I'm just in a sharing mood. I'm always pretty much always in a sharing mood. If you followed me before, you know that that's just how I am. But anyway, so I guess I'm entering into another the next phase of breakup, which is now I'm trying to like look back and see if there were signs previous, you know, to the last 2 weeks that I knew something was changing, So I was like looking on Facebook and um at his posts and my posts, and he's not really a social media person anyway. He was really on there because of me, and I did notice that his um, time on like Facebook and stuff got really did drop significantly. Um, but I just chalked that up to just him being at home and stuff, so not being on as much. But also, you guys' comments. Since I apologize again for being all over the place. I'm trying to get out of here too to go to work, but just about you guys' comments as well and things people have been saying. Like some people said, well, maybe everything kind of got to be a little too much for him. It was serious because we did move fast. I'm not gonna lie. Like we just went with the flow of how things was going, and um, we kind of rushed certain things, like as far as him coming and meet my family, only because of our circumstances. Like where we live and everything, and the way stuff was going on the ship, and the ship went into dry dock. So that's why I said, well, why don't you come visit during that time? Because we're at right like a month later he was going home, and I had just started a new job, so I wasn't gonna be able to go visit him or take a cruise on the ship before he left, and so that's why we did that. But as far as him like saying he wanted to get married and all that. Like we had been together like almost 6 months. At the time where he was saying that, it had only been like three. But I know so many people, especially working on the ship. You meet so many people every single day, every week, and I had so many passengers that had relationships like that lasted like where they knew like right from the gate that that was the person they wanted to be with, and so I felt like that too, and I guess he did at the time. And so now I guess I'm in a phase of wondering why, where things went wrong and stuff like that on his part. And I thought about something that my uncle said. Cause first I'm like, why? And then I'm like, why ask why? Cause you never get the answers. I could never figure out the answers. And if he was gonna be forthcoming with me, he would have told me more, than just trying to blame it on the distance. Um, uh, Hold on. That's my alarm. I got 30 minutes now to get out of here, to be to work on time without having to rush. Anyway, so I remember something that my uncle told me. My uncle said, whenever somebody is telling you something about yourself, like trying to tell you something about yourself, like, well, you're like this, you're like that, or something, he's like, they're really talking about themselves. So for example, he always, I mean, his main concern with me was waiting. Will you wait for me? Will you wait? Um, can you hold it? I mean, will you sleep with anybody else? Like all this kind of stuff. So, and as I started thinking about it, I'm thinking, well, maybe he really was talking about himself. Like, can he really wait? Can he hold it? And all that. And I'm thinking, yeah, he could, because he's been on ships 18 years, and all his relationships are pretty much long distance. So I'm like, I didn't have any issue with that and stuff. So, and I had asked people about him that knew him on previous ships, and everybody said he was good, good to go, pretty, faithful and stuff like that. So anyway, I started kind of replaying conversations back in my mind that we had, and he had some concerns, after he visited me. Now I've created a pretty good lifestyle for myself, guys. I don't live too bad. I guess I would say typical middle class American, but I've had help along the way, but I've basically made my life on my own. And he was a little intimidated by that, and he did mention it, just like but we didn't have a long conversation about it. But he just said, would I be able to? help contribute to your lifestyle, help maintain your lifestyle. Um, Especially if I decided not to work on ships anymore. Like, what would I even do if I came to the States? Like, and of course, those are all questions that people have that are thinking about coming here and everything. So I understood all that, but I assured him that if it was about money and all that, I would never even be with him at all because what he makes like 2 grand a month or something like that in his job. But I mean, they used to make more when it was really good, but you know, times have changed. Everybody is on a recession. I remember he told me people used to ask him, what's the most expensive bottle of champagne, and now they ask him how much is a beer. So they tell you how times have changed. But anyway, so currently he will be making like 2,000, sometimes 3,000 a month in a good month. But back home where he's from in Indonesia, that's good money. And here, that's good money. I mean, this that's pretty good money here too. But more so he would be on the lower end of that, like the 2,000. So somebody our age, that's not. It's like so. You know what I'm saying? But in his country, it's really good. So anyway, I just said that to say, that was a concern that he had. And into where will we live and blah blah blah. All the typical stuff of a type of relationship that way. But those things I did think about, and I thought that probably contributed to what was going on in his mind as far as why was it easier for him, blah, blah, blah. And it could have all just been BS. The only reason I doubt it, though, is just the things that he did. Like, why go get a visa? Like, why do the things that he did? And so I'm like, I know he was feeling it, but I think when it all came down to it, he copped out. He chickened out. And but I was still going for it. I was gonna ride it till the wheels fell off. I guess the wheels fell off, fell off, and. So but anyway, yesterday was really good. I shot a film. It's called Seedless Fruit. It's gonna screen in 2 weeks in Washington D.C. Um, but that was like so good for me. It was therapy. And honestly, I had to thank him because without him, I don't know if I would have been able to connect and relate to the character and also evoke the emotion that I needed to get the good scenes. And it was really, really good. And I just drew on all the recent things that's been happening in my life in order to bring my character to life. And I needed that because I didn't have any dialogue at all. It all had to come out non-verbally. So that's great. Now, last but not least, this video is getting kind of long. So, um, I don't know about you, but it's like when you break up with somebody, you try to figure out, well, what was some good things. I mean, like, what did he do for me? Like Janet Jackson, what have you done for me lately? And I'm thinking, well, it ain't like it was shabby at all. It was great. I mean, I got me some clothes. Like he bought me clothes. He bought me all type of stuff. Gave me money whenever I needed it, or even without asking. Like he's always hooking me up, and he was just really thoughtful and stuff. So and I got a few things, and I actually a shirt that I had on that I was gonna wear for the movie. Actually, like he bought for me, like stuff, and so that was good. Like he really, it was pretty good. I was So I was telling myself, I guess it's not all a bust, because stuff like that lasts forever. Like this Victoria's Secret stuff that he got me, and that stuff lasts for a lifetime. I done had some stuff from them too, even before I had my son, and my son is 12, and it still look good, not raggedy. So hey, and just good times and memories. So it definitely wasn't all bad. I do wish that he could have pulled it through toward the end and not been a coward about everything. And I wish he would have been more forthcoming with me. But I really can't even say that it was a negative experience just at the end. And that's just life. And I know I had a comment on Facebook. Somebody was saying, wow, they give me props for putting the video out when the relationship is over, because a lot of people don't do that. They only put like the good stuff out there when they boo together and everything. But I say, I feel like I owe it to the people who were following me. I don't have a whole lot of subscribers, but there were people who were following me specifically because of my relationship. So I felt like I owed it to y'all to put it out there. So that's basically where I'm at now. I still feel pretty good about things. And I'm not looking for a relationship. I wasn't looking when I met him. So so I'm still not gonna look. I'm not gonna close myself off either. And uh, lastly, I just want to say it's like uh, it just is what it is, you know. Just like we have to move on. Of course, I think about it all the time, but I know with time I'll get over it. And I'm glad that I didn't have to be in a relationship like a super long time before things fell apart. I do. The only regret that or not even regret, the only wish I guess I had is that he would have been more communicative about his doubts, like what was going on. And all I could do was kind of piece it together from things that he said and done. So that's about it. I think he was all in and he jumped out when it got a little hot. And that's the true test. And I told him that when stuff come up, that's going to be the true test if we're going to last. So it didn't. All right, now, this is the last thing I wanted to say. So since I posted this video, I had several guys come out like, oh, kind of been waiting for you to be single. Sorry this happened, but can I see you? And it's just like, really? Anyway, guys, that's it. And I'll be posting again soon. See you later.